Hey guys, today we have a 1987 Pontiac Fiero GT. We are going to attempt to cut the springs on them, but before that, we have to make sure that we have enough space to take this out right here, this ball joint, away, separate it from the lower control arm. So in order to do that, you need a special tool that's going to make things fly. So that's called a ball joint separator or remover. You could rent it out at AutoZone or Riley's. So first step is take your wheel off, obviously. Second step is, in order to get to that one, you're gonna need some space. Have that space, you're gonna need to remove this one right here. This tie rod, I believe. Could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Take this cotter pin out. It's got a castle nut right here. Castle nut because it looks like the top of one of them castle things. Bend that thing down, push it on out. You're gonna wanna save that if you're too poor to buy a new one, but I recommend buying a new cotter pin. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that guy off, that nut up, and use the tool to separate this here, excuse my language, from this guy. It goes pop, separates that. Then we'll be able to do the same thing with this one right here. And separate it from right there. Once that's done, this will come straight down, and the spring, you'll be able to pop it on out with a little bit of force. Let's go. Side note, also, you're gonna wanna take this rod right here that's connected to the lower control arm and to the front sway bar. You're gonna wanna take that off so it separates and this control arm will be able to go on down there. Forgot to mention that, but there it is. So this is the tool you'll need to separate these ball joints from places. This flat end fork style goes right underneath that, right there. And it has a bolt here that you loosen or tighten. And right here, clamps right on top of that. All right, cool. I have this tool set up the way it should be. Prop this fork side right in there, just like that. And now this top end is gonna hit this bolt coming up the side of that ball joint there. And as I tighten this up, it'll separate the tool, bringing this up and pushing this down, clamping at the bottom here and separating it. Let's see how that goes. You wanna make this faster, you wanna get this thing right here. Make sure it's secured, start off slow, make sure it's right on top, and then go ham. There you go. May seem loud, but just like that, you're able to separate this, get it out of the way, and finally get into this, the main one you need right down there. Let's go ahead and do that. So I got the cotter pin out of this castle nut. Now I'm just gonna use this wire brush to clean it up a little bit before I put my socket on there. And make sure, you know what, I already cleaned it before this video, so just do that, all right? It's gonna make sure your, what is this? A 19 millimeter socket goes right in there, nice and snug. Make sure it doesn't shake. Make sure you got the right socket, and then take that sawing gun out. So, in order for me to properly put this tool in the right spot, we're gonna go ahead and lift this lower control arm up and get this a little more level. Go a little more, Manny. That sounds good. Stop that thing right there. Put the bottom fork underneath. Make sure it's all the way in.
Hammer it in.
Yeah, just for a little more security. There's my hammer. Alright, it's snug in there. Now I'm ready to do the same thing I did here. Oh, I gotta move that jack just a bit more. Oh, so bad, man. Just like that. Oh, wrong way, going up. As it's going up, it's setting that other side on top of that bolt. Bam, just like that. Lower control arm, spring itself all the way down. This could be lifted up and you're able to pry this on out. Be very careful doing it. It does have a little bit of spring left to it, so it's not gonna come jumping straight to your face, but
yeah, we should have
put the jack control.
You should put the jack
usually
under the control arm.
Yeah, you would put the jack up on the bottom of the control arm.
And then slowly let the pressure.
Exactly, there you go.
The jack. All right, well.
There it is, that's how you get it out. After this, you just pry that spring out and move things out of the way and pull it on out. Then you're able to cut it to the right length you want it to.
Yeah, to pry it off, you You put the
Yeah. Get your motherfucking crowbar in
yeah,
here.
your crowbar.
See if we can do that for the.
Pry it off from there.